must system, mandatory 8 count, no standing 8 count, no knockdown limit. 3 knockdowns. Arm well again, and apparently made pitcher Frank Tanana's arm well. Battle plan played right into Norton's hands. A rapier left. To be just a swish. In the first fight, March 25th a year ago. As long. Not that much by way in his corner, of course, Frank Luca. So you've got the nuts and bolts. Trouble. He had thrown a right when you're fighting Earnie Shavers. After the relatively lackluster approach, the end of it. Shavers is such a strong man, but Holmes quickly with that left jab. But he's got his battle plan tripling on it, and then back with another. You see the countdown for round 2 with relative ease. Oh, there was the right of that first fight. Shavers landed a right more and must get more into it. Now he keeps those gloves up there. Look at that. Holmes 30. Shavers went there as he did in the first fight. There's a left that got to Holmes' chin. The right hits, and immediately the opponent is hurt. Make one mistake and you can go in a hurry. Earnie, the pattern seemingly redundant now. But you never know. Right uppercut. And yet Holmes staying out of danger. That's the Larry Holmes fighting his fight. Holmes desperately wanting to tag him. Holmes suddenly with a right lead that got in there. And you saw the measure, and you saw a good right New York in June. There's the right lead again, and another right. And suddenly, Holmes is adopting a new weapon. A tremendous series of rights. 3 of them right lead. He said he would knock out Earnie Shavers. See? There he goes. Right there to the right. And Larry Holmes fields. And the left. I tell you, you can't measure the devastating. Unquestionably the best puncher alive. So you must pull wildly, looking for the head of the knockout. There. Holmes came back with a series. There's the right lead again. Another right, still with many more punches than Earnie. Right there. And he is young. Counting down to the end of round 5. This was good. Oh, that, I thought that would bring a warning from referee Burr. The end of the round at hand. But so far, Holmes has enough movement to stay out of range, and with his went to that eye. Once, twice. Wild right that missed. Another eye appears cut. The other eye of Shavers. He's in deep trouble. 15 seconds, counting. We will go to Ernie's corner as this round ends. His trousers, trunks, not trousers. Oh, tremendous blood out of the right eye of Earnie Shavers. A terrible thing to see, as Holmes is relentless in the use of that jab. And it was a good right. There was a good right. The right. Holmes split. Now Holmes isn't able to move off himself now. But he... There it goes. The right got him. There it is. Devastating right. seconds left now in the round. Holmes defenseless, taking it from Shavers. Holmes, he ended the round here. Dropped his left. Shavers came over it with the together now. A half-fine Shavers was being boxed. The blood again pouring down from Holmes' right eye. From Shavers' right eye. All eyes are focused on that Shavers right as Holmes runs. And Earnie fell with a clump to the canvas. Last round. Fighting back. Make no mistake, once they said Larry Holmes didn't have courage. Epic trials against Wayne Bobbitt. He has shown his courage. He showed it 5 times over. A good right by Holmes. I can't believe they meant it. I don't see any dog in either man. Holmes knowing he must keep moving. He must keep moving. From Holmes' point of view. Earnie now in trouble himself again. It's gone back the other way. Look, the wild witch of Shavers when he was off balance. Holmes tired, but Holmes with more boxing action after this from our local stations. Shavers, nobody could fight a gamer fight than he is fighting. Right, the right hurt him. Shavers is hurt. He's against the row, it seems. A wild swing to fight, but look at Holmes. There's the right thing, a little bit lovely. End of the last round, though. Holmes had a big comeback round. He was about to lose combination. There, these two fighters are exhausted now. Right in for a minute 45 in this fight against Roy Williams, Shavers was. But then suddenly, Holmes scoring with the blow. Low, good uppercut. Shavers hurt again against the ropes. Earnie trying to fight back, but Earnie now himself ready to go down. How much more? There's a wild right. He left himself wide open. He is just blinded. He's now taking it. Look at that right and that right and that right. And the uppercut, the right and the left uppercut, laying the blows upon him. But Earnie, as he staggers there, head going down. No movement by referee.
Coming back there, right there.
Shavers incredibly scored with the right, and it was Holmes who went down. And so, Shavers, this is just incredible.
He ruled that no knockdown.
Count, we had to ask him. He said, I ruled that a slip. The blow was on the shoulder. I ruled it a slip, not a knockdown for Earnie Shavers. Well, he's got a right to rule it. He's in there.
But Howard, there is a mandatory 8 count on all knockdowns.
I understand that. He called Shavers. Did you see him in the 9th round? And now he's taking it again. Not go to the canvas. Look at that uppercut. Earnie got in a left. He's doing the talking, as you saw. Both fighters exhausted. Both of them. Look at that. That's not professional fighting, but there is nothing left. But this is the way it was with Norton and Holmes when they were both exhausted at the end. And there is Earnie, just trying to land that right. He landed one. Holmes just looked down at his corner for an instruction. Holmes back with a flurry. Referee Dave Pearl is doing. It looked like he was going to stop the fight. Back comes Shavers. As he said, he thought the bell had rung. There was still about 18 seconds to go. Shavers, 11th round action. Coming to you live from Las Vegas, Nevada. And both fighters knockdown. It occurred in the 7th round. It came up, repaired the cut over Ernie's right eye, or over the corner of it. He's gone. Look at that, though. Earnie bent over, almost excitement engendered by the courage of Earnie. Look at him smiling as he really is. Look at that right against the left side of his face. Dave Pearl, the referee, checking with Earnie. trying to find out if he knows where he's at. That's it. It's stopped by Dave Pearl. It's an 11th round technical knockout. Larry Holmes, the winner and still the champion.